Hey guys, it's Frank. Welcome back to my channel. I can explain as to why I haven't made a video in some time. What? And it's because I got a new job. I got a new tech job. I've been working extensive hours over the last few weeks. And then it got me thinking is this the way how we should all work? And it got me thinking, so what else do I do when I'm curious about things? I jumped onto YouTube and I found a video that I personally like and I think you guys will enjoy as well. It's titled, How the 4-Day Work Week Could Change the Future of Work. Also, just as an FYI, if you ever see me ever wearing a hat or a toque, it means I'm kind of too lazy to do my hair or I'm having a bad hair day. So give this video a good old smash as we're approaching 3,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for everyone who's been subscribed since day one, and now, let's begin.
Well, Twitter staff is once again shrinking. Employees reportedly resigned en masse. That means a bunch of them at the same time after billionaire boss Elon Musk presented them with an ultimatum. He said, get hardcore or get out.
Let's pause this video.
Yeah, let's pause this video because let's just give us some context. Why is it that the richest guy in the world is giving ultimatums about work when this guy is swimming with money?
The wealthiest guy on the planet told his employees to work long hours, and some of his employees said no, goodbye. Musk's hardcore ultimatum comes at a time when a 4-day or shorter work week is gaining momentum, thanks in part to the pandemic.
The pandemic is a big part of why we're back on the path. The fact that people don't want to work so many hours.
Yeah, that is sort of true. Like when the pandemic hit, when everyone was forced to work from home or stay at home, everyone was at home thinking, collecting their thoughts, thinking about did I really spend all these number of years working in an office, working for some boss that I hate?
We idolize Elon Musk because of his wealth, not because of his hustle. And the idea that hustle is connected to wealth hasn't necessarily been proven, because everyone who is wealthy is not necessarily wealthy because of the work they put in. The great resignation or the great transition, quiet quitting, 4-day work weeks, hybrid work weeks is all about how do I spend more of my time being efficient at work and doing what I want to do. And I think that's the big movement. It's the purpose movement, the passion movement.
That is the unfortunate, sad truth about things is that, hustle doesn't necessarily translate into making more money. If you're always going to be exchanging your hours for a certain dollar amount, the sad part is that, you can never really make big money.
The 4-day work week that we're talking about is not for 10-hour days, so it's not a 40-hour work week, but a 32-hour work week done over 4 days. And the other crucial part of it is that workers are not being asked to give up pay, so they're getting 5 days of pay for 4 days of work.
Oh, forget about the 32 hours a week thing. I'd be happy if I could work 4 days a week, working 10 hours of those 4 days, then working 40 hours a week and spread across 5 days.
Decades ago, Henry Ford experimented with it under the theory that if we reduce it to 5 days, people will have more energy in the 5 days that they're there and they'll be more productive, and it tended to work out.
Well, lawmakers took Ford's experiment to notice, and in 1938, Congress passed the Fair Labor Standards Act, limiting the work week to 44 hours, which was amended the next year to shrink it to 40 hours. This is how a 5-day work week became a reality for us. A nonprofit group called 4-Day Week Global recently concluded a 6-month 4-day week pilot program in more than 30 companies with about 1,000 employees in countries including the US, Ireland, and Australia. The study found that companies expressed extreme satisfaction with their overall productivity and performance.
In my previous role, I was working this thing called compressed, and I was working, some of the weeks I was working 4 days a week. And I will say, working the week that I had the Monday off, for example, I just knew I was a lot more productive coming in on a Tuesday and just working from the Tuesday to the Friday. And, it was just nice because I come back from a longer weekend and I'm just more refreshed coming in that Tuesday when I know that I have the Monday off. I'm like that Parkinson law where, if you're given more time, people are just going to spread it out. If you're giving a shorter period of time, oftentimes people can still do it within the shorter period of time.
The program for the 4-day work week that we implemented in June last year, and it continues to go today, and we are seeing very positive results in terms of our employee health from it. The one thing I think is important to note is that productivity is relative, and so for us, productivity aligns directly with the positivity, the happiness, and the health of our employees. 82% of our employees reported that they were experiencing more health and well-being as a result of a 4-day work week.
Just to play devil's advocate, and by all means, I'm like full on 4-day work week, but after some time, I can imagine people are gonna get used to the 4-day work week, and then people are gonna start being like, you know what, I'm more productive if I do 3 days a week.
Some organizations ditched this concept because it didn't work out for them. Alter Agents, a market research company based in Los Angeles, California, is one of those.
I had been reading about the 4-day work week and thought we should try to give it a go. And we told everybody at the company we were going to run this program for 10 weeks. And at the end of the 10 weeks, we would survey them again and look at other metrics and decide if this was something that we could actually sustainably do. Everybody got to pick the day of the week that they were off. That's how we sustained it over the course of the 10 weeks. What happened after 10 weeks was that our most valuable metrics, which were employee health, mental health, had declined.
Did this person really just say mental health for their employees went down when executing that trial run? What was it, 10 weeks? There's no way, also, take it for a grain of salt. The person that is saying 4-day work weeks don't work out is no other than the CEO, where basically, money and all that sort of thing is like the most critical for them. But come on.
I think the risk of the 4-day work week is around coordination. You've got to be very attentive to coordination of when people are working and when they aren't, so you can get customer needs met. If you just implement a 4-day work week and it damages customer relationships, that's pretty bad.
No, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just pick a day that's universal for the whole company. So okay, obviously if you're gonna let your employees choose the one day off from the Monday to Friday, you're gonna have people on the Wednesday, the Tuesday. No, how about everyone just get the Friday off or the Monday off, and then you call it a day, easy.
Chick-fil-A in Florida, Miami, Florida, I believe, and the owner-operator, the franchisee, has given employees the option of working a 3-day work week.
I came up with the 3-day work week concept through really just trying to look for ways to lead with generosity for my team, trying to find ways to care for my team, and using scheduling as one of those, taking out the guesswork and schedules so they would know their schedules in perpetuity.
You got to give it to this guy that at least he's trying, I know a lot of stuck up managers, CEOs, founders who are like, no, we got to do the 5-day work week because that's all I know and all I care and that's all how I make all this money. But you got to give it to the ones who are at least trying. It's one thing to never implement it, be hard-headed, but it's another to just be like, hey, I tried the 4-day work week, give it a try for 10 weeks, it didn't work like that other person somehow, but at least they tried.
Mark Takano, a Democratic congressman representing California, made headlines when he introduced legislation to reduce the standard work week from 40 to 32 hours.
There's a lot of evidence that people are interested in a greater work-life balance. They're interested in spending more time with their families. They're interested in being able to contribute more to their communities. They're interested in, I think, greater mental health, better health outcomes for people who are not overly stressed with their work obligations.
This is the thing that I don't get. The people who are, the people who are not the founders, I get it. If you're the founder, the CEO of the company, you want your employees to be working like dogs. Unfortunately, but if you're just just a regular manager, or you are basically, you have a boss that you're also reporting to, and you're giving your whole spiel about 4-day work week, I love, I don't get it. They're literally lying straight through their teeth, saying that I don't like 32-hour work weeks. I need 40 hours. I don't get it.
People are built differently, and some people want to work 40 hours. Some people want to work 50 hours. Some people want to work a little bit on weekends. So if you put one policy in place that limits people, it could cause more stress because people feel that they can't get the work done that they want to get done because they're limited in terms of how long they can work.
What? This is what I just said. Who is actually trying to work more hours for the same amount of pay? The off time, like I get it, if you want to work more overtime because like, you know, you want to pay your bills, that's another story. But like, no one wants to work like an extra 10 hours, 40 hours, 50 hours weeks, unless it's your own business where you are putting in hours, but it's not really working because, you know, it's your own baby, you're rocking it, you know, all that sort of thing. But like this guy right here, like, Jesus Christ, people like him really like, they frustrate me because they're just straight lying through their teeth that they want to work more hours.
I am a proponent of flexible work. I am a proponent of 4-day work week. I believe that you don't have to tell someone how many hours they need to work in the day to do their job properly. The future of work is one in which employees are going to demand and that workforces will have to deliver more flexible work. And more flexible work will ultimately mean 5-day work weeks become obsolete, and that companies, states, federal and local governments will have to change their systems and will have to change the way they look at how long employees work and what productivity actually means.
I really do hope in the future that government policies, jobs, really start changing the way how we visualize and how we see work. You know, no longer is it the 5-day work week. If once upon a time it went from 40 something to then 40, you know, what's if you carve more time off of it? And I think we're starting to see more and more of that being implemented slowly, but still, there's still ways to go. So anyhow, with that said, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching and having me react to these job, career videos. Like, I kind of feel like you guys kind of get sick of me relating to or talking about city videos, so like to change it up here and there, and it really resonates with me. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, hit that notification button, and I guess I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.